Right. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spinner Rack. I'm here with my boys, PD and Cal. Today we'll be talking about that hot episode that just dropped, the episode number 6 of What If? What if Killmonger has saved Tony Stark? So here, I'm here with Cal. Say what's up, Cal. I'm here with PD. Say what's up, PD.
Ready to rock, people.
So in this episode, one of the most critical things that happened is that during that trip to Afghanistan by our friend Tony Stark, he doesn't get captured by the 10 Rings. In fact, he gets saved by super special agent, SEAL, MIT graduate, Killmonger himself. And Killmonger, because he had infiltrated the 10 Rings, was able to find out this information, and he saves Tony Stark, brings him back to America, where he's lauded as a hero, you know, the next coming, and Tony Stark, in his graciousness, you know, brings him into his organization. He's then able to stop Obadiah Stane, or not stop, but basically show what he was doing. And he gets kicked out, and Killmonger becomes the next big kahuna of the Stark Industries. And then he helps Stark to create a whole new line of armored warriors to fight for the U.S. government. You know, they look a little like the Gundams, and that's a joke that they say there. And the key thing is that the plan that Killmonger had before to go back into Wakanda and take over is basically he does it here, but on a much larger scale, a much more successful scale, a much better plan than he ever could have had before. You know, so one thing we have to remember about this episode: Iron Man does not become Tony Stark does not become Iron Man, because he never gets captured, he never gets put into the cave, he never gets hurt, he doesn't have to create a mini arc reactor. You know, he doesn't build the Iron Man suit. Or like the 0.1 version of it, and you know, all that stuff does not happen. Basically, the MCU doesn't kick off the way it kicks off. You know, here is basically we have our friend and one of the best actors out there, Killmonger, and Michael B.
All
Jordan.
right, I've had it. I can't no more. You couldn't just give your overview. You start going to there. It's everything that he said. It starts going left when Killmonger decides he wants to get in bed with.
Are you cutting me off, Petey? Petey, right? Are you cutting me off?
Yes. Killmonger gets in bed with Claw, but this was a ruse. It ultimately was a ruse to draw out the Black Panther. And then somehow he has some wacky gun that stops the Black Panther, and he does something terrible. And that's where we already know that this Killmonger, so it's not going to be good. But he did a couple good things, so we as the audience could possibly be fooled, but we know that something has to go left. And of course it goes very left, and this is like the third time we've seen T'Challa, and this is the worst time we've gotten to see him because we don't get to see him for very long. Ultimately, this is where we get our hero moment, or do we not? Goes back home. The only person who's figured out what's going on, Tony Stark. And he's he's created that Gundam robot that wasn't Killmonger, but of course, Killmonger has a vibranium spear, so he could win.
I mean, we don't forget it's Pepper Potts who figures it out. She's like, yo, I think there's something wrong with this dude. You know, everybody has anything.
What's the name?
Everybody has, you know.
Tony Stark had
nothing.
Hey, Cal, we gotta let PD say one or two words, you know?
Oh my gosh. Ultimately, it goes left, but then at the same time it goes left, like nothing's recorded on Jarvis. Jarvis is taken apart, and Jarvis is out of the mix altogether. So then as you move forward, it just amounts to, they were asking us to believe too much. That he
okay, hold on. But I was trying to give my synopsis before you
this is a long ass
before you came at the king.
You know, lather up synopsis.
So I think that you are partially blinded by your likes and dislikes.
Bad storytelling.
I just think that we're trying to keep this
predictability.
Even keel. We're trying to keep it even keel, just the facts, and that's all I was presenting to people.
Could be way better than what they did.
It was written fine. It was following the movie. It was perfectly fine. So before
the story was over once Tony Stark figured it out. I do this whole Wakanda thing. It
was not over in the movie. The whole purpose of the thing was for him to come back to Wakanda and take over, which he did, and which he does again. The Black Panther
The
movie.
Black Panther, Tony Stark figures it out. It's over. If you want to do something, but then doing this whole other thing where we go to Wakanda.
It wasn't the whole other thing. That's the exact same
Turns
thing.
into the Emperor from freaking Star Wars. Hey, here's this thing that the Americans created, which he created. They fight. He fights with them, so he can become the Emperor. It's basically using the Star Wars plot that everybody.
No, it's not using the Star Wars plot.
Yeah, it is. That's Palpatine's whole thing in the prequels. That's the whole thing.
Gosh, why do I engage with you two sometimes?
Hey, you're the one who's telling me, hey, it's okay because that's what happened in the movie. Well, I guess there's another movie. I guess that makes it okay too, right?
We're talking about within the Marvel MCU movie. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about there's two movies here, only two movies that have relevance. Iron Man, the very first one, and Black Panther. Those are the two movies we're looking at.
Where the bad guy uses the good guy's stuff to create a massive army, which he is then going to use against them in order to prop himself up as the future leader of this galactic empire.
It's not galactic. Wakanda is on Earth. Wakanda is on Earth. It's not galactic.
Yeah, I put that emendation before you cut me off.
So
same story.
We consider this one of the best what if.
All right. Enough. You already had enough time to lather, time to rinse. Go take a powder. This is not one of the best stories. Okay.
What are you talking about? The plan worked 100%.
No. Scat on toast.
Oh,
you cannot come at a story where every single character is gullible. Or let me qualify that a little. Every character necessary to prevent this dude from maximizing and actualizing his plans, each one of those characters is gullible. All right? No.
Let him finish. Let Cal finish.
That's why I put that qualification in there. That's why I put that qualification. I knew you'd try to come back with that sweet and sour kicking ass nonsense. Every character.
Did you just say sweet and sour?
Let him finish.
I'm being attacked, and you're telling me
he hasn't talked in this episode yet.
What do you mean he's been talking for the whole time?
Because you're trying to control this stuff because you got a resume in. I don't care. Every character who is consequential to the plan. That means Tony Stark, T'Challa, T'Chaka, Ramonda, all of those characters who need to be able to say no and see this guy for what he is. They're all gullible. They all think he's great. He's a great. Rhodey thinks he's great. Everybody thinks he's great. Oh, there's something up. Pepper has no power to do anything, and neither does Shuri. So it's okay for those guys to say, maybe something's going on over here, but they effectively can't do anything except raise some suspicion. All of the characters who need to be at the very least in character for this episode for it to resonate just aren't there. When Killmonger and T'Chaka are there and they're looking over the sunrise, I actually thought T'Chaka was going to kill him. I thought he was going to say, "Oh, did you honestly believe that you could fool me, the king, as to what happened to my son? Did you really think that you would get away with this or something?" And then maybe Killmonger would have to kill him and say, "Oh yeah, and come up with some other cock and bull story at the end of the day." But these guys just welcoming him, even to the point that you barely know this dude. He's getting the heart-shaped bird to become the Black Panther. Ridiculous at the end of the day. So they never set anything that was believable in terms of all these people in higher stations of power, all experienced people. This dude comes on, he's the latest thing on the scene, and the suspicion level is zero. What does Rhodey say? He's great. He's great. Tony Stark, he's great. T'Chaka, it's the son I never had. Ramonda, my son is back. So it's a ridiculous setup, and then goes a step further. It shows us that these people like this character better than they like the Black Panther, than they like T'Challa.
No.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. These guys come over here, the son of a terrorist who continues this terrorism. This is the guy who we want to see on the seat of power. Why? Because of, what do they like to call it? CIS, character-induced stupidity. He's just so cool. He's just so cool. All of this stuff is possible. Not because he's a great planner, but because he's just so cool. Look at that swagger. Of course he's going to accomplish everything. Just look at him. This stuff makes any sense.
Because you don't like the character, because you don't like this, that's why you're making these things up.
No, because the story doesn't hold up. Because the story doesn't hold up to anything at the end of the day. Bottom line, poor writing, terrible story, just disappointing on all levels, and disrespectful of the Black Panther. Just
Let me
totally
so let,
disrespectful.
so let me go back to this, because I think some of the things that you're saying, you're mischaracterizing the whole situation. I don't think you're totally informed and knowledgeable of what happened here,
If
because
you want to be here all day, that's cool.
because they clearly in the episode, Pepper Potts does an investigation, and they see he comes up clean, went to MIT, he's in the special forces, Navy SEAL, perfect record. No one knew what happened there, and this is the same thing that mirrors what happened in the comics. This is the same thing that mirrors what happened in the movie. So he comes there and they give him a chance. I'm trying to say he's family. The ruler, right? So they bring him in. And all I gotta say is that, you keep saying people don't want. In the movie, they brought a lot of people believe in these type of guys and what they do and what they're doing. You're right, but those are with the suspension of disbelief in the movies and TV shows that we normally do. They only have 24, 26 minutes to do this episode. So yes, they're gonna cram a lot of stuff in. It's gonna be moving a little faster than expected. But overall, his use of the not the droid, the Gundam army to attack and
Did you say droids?
No, I made a mistake. I
You
said
said
Gundam.
droids.
I said Gundam. I said Gundam, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, you're
Thank
done.
you.
No,
You're
I
done.
said the
Nice
Gundam.
Thank you. Roger.
The Gundam army to come, and he successfully helps to defeat them. Helps to implement, show that he is someone that they can believe in, and that's why. Hey, there's other issues we need to talk about. Since when did the Queen become a Dora Milaje? When did she become a general? Why don't we talk about that? But no, you guys want to focus and nitpick on the smallest little things ever before the overall picture.
You don't want to go there.
The smallest thing to
Go
nitpick
there.
on is the main character. The smallest thing is the main character. The main character of the story is who I have the issue with, and that's the smallest thing.
Well, you've always had an issue with the main character. You're not even coming up with something different. You hated him in the movie, and you hated him here. So
Hey, look,
you're being biased.
Look, we all know that you love it when the villain wins. Okay, so I get that. That's fine. That doesn't make it a good story.
I like good guys all the time. I told you guys that quite a few times.
No, you don't. No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Batman is a good guy.
Because he's a villain.
Odin is a good guy.
Not
Odin is a god, and you want to be a god too.
Joe, cut that.
we're not cutting anything.
We're not.
We don't have it in the budget to cut anything.
Are you kidding me? I was
That's
smiling with that. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. He's like, oh man, he got me there. yeah. Me on the throne, creating the universe. That's me.
Dude, you're totally mischaracterizing. Let's get back to the story. So
No, but that's a perfect place to end. Spinnerack.
Well, I know that. I mean, the last.
Thank you for your reasonableness, Petey. Thank you for.
No, I think you kind of mischaracterized trying to go to saying what people liked in the movie in comparison to this. And we had our likes of the Black Panthers, and we had our issues with the Black Panther. But you can't then just decide, all right, this thing, you got to let everything go just because you can't critique any of this because, hey, it's already set up. He had a remote control. He's like sitting there, why did they stop? Click. Oh, look, they're starting again. They can't figure this stuff out. No. They should have killed the thing is the robot should have killed the Wakandans. But at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, they should have killed the Wakandans.
No, because the Wakandans, he knew how
they didn't use all the other tech. They used the.
I know, but they knew how.
They're literally mowing these guys down. They're literally mowing them guys down with spears. All they needed to do was an aerial assault, and it would have wiped them all out.
Yeah.
Dude, man, I tell you, the spears look good on TV, so that's one reason why. Look, overall, this is like
the robots are just standing around.
Overall,
the droid.
What if does? What if gives us?
Menace?
What if
standing around waiting to get broken apart?
The whole purpose of What If is to give us stories, potential stories of what could have happened if certain significant events occurred. And this one, we see what happens with the event of Tony Stark not being captured.
No, this is what we see in a universe where everyone is gullible and just goes along with it. That's what we're seeing at the end of the day. It does. I mean, come on. You like good villain, and look at a Bond movie. Okay, a Bond movie where everybody just goes along with the whole thing is not satisfying. This guy has to be really good, gaining people's confidence. Or forget about a Bond movie. Look at Training Day. Okay, my boy out in Cali brought this up, so thanks to him. If you look at Training Day, everybody is full in with Lonzo. They just think he's training this dude, and he's just being really tough as nails, hard to the wall with them. And when you find out, no, this guy is setting this dude up, as a patsy, and you have to stop and really think about it. Like, oh, wait a minute, he had a whole time. This guy was doing that stuff. That's great. That's the with this story over here. But this just decided, oh no, we're just gonna go with the cool points. Everybody likes this dude because he's cool, so everything he does is just gonna work. All right, that's cool.
No, you keep saying that, but I'm saying this is only showing you what would have happened if he would have gotten access to Tark.
What would have happened if everybody is stupid and just believes what he says?
What if the 10 rings fell apart when Killmonger came along? They just fell apart when he came along, right?
It didn't fall apart. He just infiltrated it, and he got the information from there.
And everybody's stupid.
Well, if it's everybody's stupid, he killed a lot of people to get those stupid people through. Get rid of them,
Because you brought up a good point with Pepper. Pepper does the background check. She's like, okay, checked out. Well, hey, if it's falsified, of course it'll bloody check out. You're gonna have to go a little bit deeper, right? And then at the end, then it becomes, oh, I've got the evidence. And Pepper's like, oh yeah, we're gonna come over and get to now. It's too late now. It's too late.
Right, it was a long game. He played everything right, and on the long game is when he came out like that.
Oh, so okay.
Everything looks good until the long game.
His plan was to do what? His plan was to get the United States government to go and attack Wakanda. He was then going to create these machines of great power, but he was going to be able to get to Wakanda, have them trust him, go and defeat these machines that he created, and thereby become Black Panther, and there go by. And that's the plan? That's the plan.
Excellent, I say. Excellent.
Okay.
Sweet.
Well, I think now we're going to let you go on for too long because you're totally wrong. You totally just glossed over the entire thing that you saw and just threw any sort of thing and just said, the bright lights is just so beautiful. What animation. Killmonger. You saw him kill Tony and put another mark on his chest. Wow, that's great.
Wasn't that hot? So I didn't plan to make you. I didn't plan to put you here, Tony. But I'm gonna have,
If that ain't black, I don't know what else is. The keloids.
Hey, what about the line at the very end when basically T'Challa comes back and he's in the home and on the other plane.
T'Challa's supposed to take him out in that plane. That's
what T'Challa says. Karma, baby. That's what he basically says. Karma.
Oh, please. That's the language of a loser.
Why would you say that about the Black Panther?
Yes.
Why would you say that?
Karma's a bee. Karma's a bee. You gonna get yours. You gonna get yours.
Language of a loser. That's when somebody comes over to That's when somebody does something to you. You got no power. You're gonna get. God sees all. You're gonna get yours in the end. That's a loser talk at the end of the day.
You guys are dissing Black Panther like that. I don't get it. You guys are dissing Black Panther like that. What's the
how they characterizing that in this plane? I thought he was going to be able to take him out and say you will be revealed because his father is connected to the plane too. His father was a Black Panther. He should be connected to the same plane.
And he doesn't do anything. He's like, my son is dead. Let me go and commune. Let me go commune with my son and find out what the hell happened and so on and so forth. Nah, I'm just going to take this information that was given to me from the outside world that I don't trust, and that's what we're going to run with at the end of the day.
Can't say. We're just staying within that Marvel.
Have you realized it? I can see you connected, and then now you just bolted on that.
Yo, dude, no one knew Palpatine was Dark Sidious.
They let no one knew say she was a genius again.
No one knew Dark Sidious was the Emperor, that he was playing both sides to make sure.
Are you kidding me? We all knew it. We knew it from the first movie.
I'm saying
who's the Phantom Menace? That guy. That guy.
Dotson. There.
I'm saying because we saw 3 movies before them. The point I'm trying to make is we did not. The
guys in the room are saying the dark side is hard to see, and the guy's right behind Yoda. It was like, come on, they really pushed their luck with that. But no, that's the thing. You don't give it to T'Chaka. You don't give it to T'Challa, but then you give it to the babe so Shuri can say, I am a genius as well. Thank you for telling. That's what you lead with every time. I am a genius as well. Take this information and you will be like, yo.
So why are you dissing the accent for?
I'm not dissing the accent.
Yeah,
Do the accent don't mean that you're dissing it. Come on.
Look.
You actually, they brainwashed you.
So listen, we're gonna have to
You
disagree.
turned into one of those body things. You but pod people.
When did you become progressive, man? When did that happen?
A pod people? That's what you just called me, a pod person?
Somebody put the pod next to your bed, and then the normal pod, and you turned into this person.
Here, I'll do it for you. Mars Brown. Mars used to be a man who I thought could rule the world, but now we see he is a progressive bitch.
Oh gosh!
Cut! Did we not discuss language? Okay.
That was the dog. There was the dog. He meant the dog. It's a dog.
Both of you need to stop the doggone thing. You know what? We're degenerating. Right now, we're going to call it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us over at Spin Rack. We did enjoy the episode.
Accents. It's not the thing. Cultural BS. Lord.
We did enjoy the
You're a millennial now.
We did enjoy the video, and we think everybody should go out and check it out.
Oh, no. If you respect you will stay far away from this. If you have any respect to T'Challa and all the good work that he's done, you read the comics, you know T'Chaka is never this gullible. Never. Okay, and that's how he trained T'Challa to be as good as he is. So if you have any respect for the source material, if you love the Black Panther as much as I do, and if you hate evil, you will stay away from this episode right here. Now, unfortunately, if you are like other people who love the villain, you can go right over here with Mars at the end of the day.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know his mischaracterization once again. This is
we are now. He finished.
Hold on.
Out.
No, we're not.
Correct. Out.
Marvel What If universe, they're gonna have a team come together, basically, and they're gonna get Hero.
That's another discussion for another
and they're gonna bring that together. And so you need to watch this.
Who wants to see a group of What If?
That's what they're doing. So
wacky costumes and whatnot.
So this is that's what's gonna happen. So
Carter leading them.
So no, it's gonna be, I think, the Watcher. So this is what you're gonna get.
The Watcher is leading them?
The Watcher is gonna bring them together. Right? This is what they're talking about.
The Watcher's going to say there was an initiative.
So the point is that you're going to have this happening, and so you're going to have the two Black Panther.
What if there was an initiative?
The Star-Lord and this one will come together. You may say stop, but it's going to happen, bro. So
it's what if. It's
that's the whole purpose. It's what if, and you guys are getting all
don't turn that into a new group, a new team. What if Avengers?
Yeah, something. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Who knows what they're going to be called?
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay, so now you see, so once again, this is why I'm telling everybody, yeah, it was a very interesting episode. Some of us had a much better take on what's going on, and therefore we think it's important for you to watch it. All right, so now we can say
this show, because you got to keep taking shots, right?
Who's taking shots? Right? Who's taking shots? I'm just giving the truth. I'm taking the truth.
You right there, okay? You right there with your canary eating grin, okay? You right there. It's you. Right there.
No. So once again, positivity. Spin Rack
out.
This is